Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars. We have a new location to go to, and that's Montfaucon. And there's a clown juggling. Wow. Well, why should we not just talk to... oh, wait a second. First of all, we have to go back to the museum. I just remembered. We have to talk to Lobino. Because we were right about stuff getting stolen.
Hello, Georgie. Hey, I visited Nicole's apartment.
Yeah, she told me you came by.
Ooh, quite a fine Georgie boy. I didn't expect anything quite so sexy.
I hope you're referring to the manuscript.
Oui, of course.
Right. Yeah, about the tripod. Nothing worked and stuff. Well, apparently you don't want to talk to me again. Well,
Thanks for your help, Andre.
Yo.
Well then, okay, sure. Yeah, well, whatever. Whatever. Well, then we'll just go to Montfaucon. We got a lot of shit to do now. Now, let's note the manhole that is covered by the clown. So let's talk to the juggler and make him, you know, squirmy.
Hey, you with the balls.
You mean the balls of juggling or my balls? Yeah. Let's exhaust.
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
No, I am a jongleur.
A jongler? What's that?
Mon Dieu. A jongleur is an artist, a master of the contragravitic aeroballetic mysteries. In centuries past, the courts of the crowned heads of Europe had the jongleurs, witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned in their hours of need.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders. Plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God we've got Chuckles the Jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think so. That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not, does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better, no?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
I had no idea what I was doing. But this guy was obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be?
Super
A
difficult.
lot more difficult than I thought.
I can do it with
That's how
3
difficult.
balls, but not so far. You know, not so far. Like 1 minute, maybe. Half a minute, depends on what
Still,
size the
it
balls
was my
are.
big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
Not so easy after all, is it?
Nope.
No, I guess not.
Well, still, I want you from that manhole.
Hi again.
Oui?
I'm not talking about the
Catch you
Templars
later.
here. I want to talk to this policeman here.
Excuse me, officer.
I only have one thing. And I want to show you a clown's nose.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Ah, you are a clown.
Yeah.
Do I look like a clown?
No, although you juggle like one. Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing. And not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Who ever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you have it.
Well, that
see
was
you
the
around.
only hint.
Oui, monsieur, I'll be there.
So, the plan here is to make him go away by pretending that we are a clown.
The nose was hollow.
Right? So, let's talk to him again.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
I will take a clown
I'd
note.
like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps?
No.
Yes.
I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
My
If
balls.
you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Okay, now for my secret weapon.
Ha! Wow, everyone's like super amazed and yay.
The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime.
Rage!
And without a word, he collected his balls
Look at the arm. He's at this arm here,
and left in a fury.
punching me in the face all the time. Oh
Hey,
yeah, he
You
left
forgot
the
one
red
of your
ball.
balls. Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
And he went away as well. And everyone else went away. So, let's open the manhole. Well, I'll drink my Coke. To goodness. Oh yeah, although I'll actually like Pepsi more. But whatever. Let's go and somewhere here. And look at the 3 doors.
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone.
Right.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templar and something about innocence. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe.
Something like this. Let's examine door 1 again.
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone. The wall seemed in very poor condition. The inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked and was falling away. I wondered why.
You know, pretty assy because you actually have to look at the thing twice before you actually realizes that the door is structurally weak. So you use our manhole thingy
It was
again.
time for some brutal destruction.
Dun, 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 dun. American way, America.
Hey!
Fuck yeah.
That's hollow! I'd poked a hole in an historical site. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this. There was some sort of mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it.
Right. So, riddle number 2 comes here. What you need to do, you need to use the crane, which will give some more, you know, chain to that, whatever it is, meat hook. And
The
we'll look
hook
at the
lay in a bed
thingy.
of chain.
And then you'll just click. Well, what is it? It unwind it, and now. Oh, what about this?
Here goes. The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap.
Oh yeah, right. If I have to pick that up now, and then we can do something with it. See, I was thinking one step ahead. Did I actually start my timer? Oh yeah, I did. We're 9 minutes into the video, wouldn't you know? Again, secret cave. What the hell, dude? Alright, let's look at this.
In the beginning was the end.
An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness.
In the end will be a beginning.
An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report.
Right.
The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say, our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lakmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results. Not petty bickering. Not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The next time that we meet, it will be to become the princess of this world!
Wow.
Yep. A bit cuckoo, if you ask me. Anyway, a pedestal. Oh, I'll just put that there.
The tripod's feet fitted neatly into the notches on the top of the stump.
Would you believe it? And now we just put that there.
The light
Magic.
falling from above struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays. And each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the left, I could read M-A-R-I-B. Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
I have no idea. Well,
Nico,
I actually have the
I've
idea.
seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria. But they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
How
Then
do
the
you know
Neo-Templars
that?
are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay, what about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Yeah. Leaving
Do you
conversation.
think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
And where the frick do you get the money? You're not Batman. Anyway, let's go to Marib. Yeah, Syria. Does not include human rights today. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's talk to the merchants. Hey,
Hey there, young fella. Speak you the English?
Wow.
Speak you the Anglais? Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, si, and indeed we, and rather better than you by the sound of it. My
Wow.
name is Nijo. Welcome to my grand emporium of quality merchandise.
Of course.
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though stand does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is
I
a bustling
see that.
metropolis?
Well, not per se, no.
How much are those books there on the shelf?
Have you any Syrian pounds?
I think I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive for you, sir.
Really?
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir. I learned from tapes that my uncle procured.
Oh, a language course.
No, sir. Jeeves and Wooster. Gussie, Fink, Noto, Aunt Agatha. What ho?
Uh-huh.
Does the word Templar mean anything to you?
Templar. Ah, Templar. Templar! Why, yes, of course.
It does?
Yes, a splendid series of books by Mr. Leslie Chatteris, featuring
Nope.
the roguish Mr.
Wasn't
Simon
referring to that.
Templar.
Great. That's a real help, Nijo. Anything else?
The Saint television program featuring Mr. Roger Moore of the quizzical eyebrow and a stick man with a halo. Bing!
Right. So, the only thing that you have to show him is the red ball.
What do you think of this, eh?
Oh, sir, what a splendid plaything. One day, when I am rich, I am going to build a world-renowned collection of brightly colored balls.
Are you serious?
In deadly earnest. People will come from far and wide to see my
Yes?
collection. The Rockefellers and the Gettys can keep their hoards of so-called fine art. But answer me this. What good is a Picasso, I ask you, if you cannot bounce it off a wall?
You may have a point.
So true.
Seriously, do you really think this thing's so great?
Take it away, you tempter.
I'll swap it for something off your stand.
Due to seasonal financial considerations, I'm afraid I cannot.
I thought you wanted this thing.
I do, sir. The stand doesn't.
Which in translation meant it's not really my stand, and I'll be in big trouble if I swap anything for something that I want myself.
Alternatively, is there any service that you require?
Not at the moment, but I'll bear it in mind.
Right. Now.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle peep, sir.
First of all, Z's, let's talk to that, walking tourist. Who just is so fat that he's gotta be a tourist.
I was wondering whether you could help me.
Whatever.
Why, hi there, handsome. What can I do for you?
Hi, my name's George. I was just...
What
it's
fancy
certainly delightful
glasses.
to meet you, George.
I was...
My name's Mrs. Henderson, but you can call me Pearl, I'm sure.
Okay,
Are you from the Midwest?
So nice to meet a friendly American face so far from home.
Pearl?
Yes, dear?
I was just wondering if you could help me.
Why,
Are
sure,
these his
precious.
socks? Is he wearing socks and sandals? Oh my god.
Have you ever heard of a group of knights called the Templars?
Sounds familiar. I remember. Dwayne had a book. The Holy Something and the Holy Something Else, I can't quite recall. I read a little of it.
And?
Seemed like a lot of hooey to me.
You're from Texas, I believe
tell me a little
so.
about yourself, Pearl.
Me? Oh, a gentleman's interest is always so flattering. Well, my husband and I run a greeting
you are, and I
card
can't
company
either.
in a cute little place called Akron in Ohio.
Akron? Cute? Little?
What about your husband?
Is your husband around, Pearl?
Well, as a matter of
It's
fact...
the fat dude.
Yes, he is. Sorry to disappoint you.
Have you talked to the boy on the bric-a-brac stand?
Oh, you've met him? His name's Nijo, you know. Oh, he's just so cute, I could die. I'd love to bundle him up and take him back to Ohio.
He might not thank you.
I'm looking for something ancient, you know. Something to impress the folks back home. The poor boy was trying to do his best, but we still haven't found anything.
Right.
Do you know anything about medieval weaving?
I do a little needlework, but gosh.
It's okay. It was a long shot.
Sure.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
Right. I'm not gonna be a stranger, but I have to close off this episode. And next episode we're gonna see why the frick we are actually in Syria. It's gonna make all complete sense now. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode. This has been Alex. Goodbye.